The Pittsburgh Steelers, a team that is not really in the greatest of spots right now, overdrafted a quarterback, and that quarterback, obviously early in his career, definitely has not looked great. Of course, George Pickens taking that off-the-field risk with him, and so far, seemingly paying off. You got guys like Freiermuth and Deontay Johnson that are pretty solid players, but Najee Harris, another guy that in the first round, it's kind of shaping up to be a bad pick. During draft night, it felt like a bad pick because they didn't really need a running back. They needed a lineman to block for really any running back at all, and it would have been a better decision. Some of these guys, are kind of Madden goats, but also underplaying in real life quite a bit. As far as TJ Watt goes, might have to trade him off because he's worth so much in the game. Pick 27, age 27, 97 overall, X factor. You can get a lot for that. You can also get a pass rusher on top of other things with him. So, doing these types of speed rebuilds, you pretty much have to trade off some of the best core guys, especially if they're younger. Fitzpatrick will be gone more than likely. Watt will be gone more than likely. Miles Jack probably because, he's a superstar, but he's only an 83 overall, right? Like, I'd rather get someone like Demario Davis, who's also, a higher, a superstar, but he's a higher overall, but older. Probably get that trade almost 1-to-1. Cameron Hayward, probably not a guy you trade, though, because, once again, that age, 33 years old, how much value does he have? I don't know. And then, once again, Stephon Tuitt, he retired, right? I believe. Bunch of players that have potential, but this isn't a potential situation. This is a win-now situation. That's what a speed rebuild is. You win now. You trade for now. I don't care about draft picks down the line. I want to win now. Which is kind of what it seems like the Bears were thinking when trading for a guy like Claypool, but hey, I don't know. But regardless, fail, success, whatever this is going to end up being, we'll have 12 minutes on the clock because the team is an 80 overall or less. And the reason why we get that 2 extra minutes instead of 10 minutes, which we go for the base of 80 overall. And then if it goes higher overall, you lose a minute per time, overall. But because I still believe the glitches in the game where the draft picks, kind of, mess up. So going to add that time so I can back out after every trade, which is a very big time consumption. But of course, that second round pick from Chase Claypool, we'll be able to get someone just as good as him for that. I don't know, but to find out, maybe we do a real Steelers rebuild down the line. If you guys want to see that, maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, really appreciate your continued support. And that is pretty much that. Let's get these 12 minutes underway and hopefully at least land some sort of quarterback. Here we are, 3, 2, 1, and go. Like I said, the number one need is quarterback, so we're going to try to find a quarterback that I think is, wow. Okay, it was worth looking back at Russell because of that overall. Wow, is he bad. We got some really low overalls here, and I think casuals, maybe even the Madden, the EA worker casuals, may even drop Rodgers even further soon. That is a dumpster fire. Can you get a one-on-one? He cannot. I don't know why you would want that anyways. But 39 for Carr doesn't seem like, wow. Man, I know quarterback is valuable, but is it really that valuable? This is kind of crazy. This is kind of wild. Oh, wow. Wait. Players are valuable as hell versus draft picks? What? I'm so confused. Wait, what? I'm not really understanding here. Why are these guys worth way more than draft picks? I'm willing to just trade all 3 of these guys for Derek Carr if they're down. Yeah, I need a quarterback. Derek Carr is definitely a better option than what we've got going on. And then maybe we can cheese them back in for Mr. Kenny Pickett. And is it really going to cost us a second-round pick? It seems like another green, low-overall player would have worked. I'm not really sure why. What? That is so strange to me. Is that a glitch? Why were the players worth so much more than that draft pick? The draft pick was worth like nothing to them. They're like, draft pick, who cares about that? Let's get to the real meat and bones. 74 overall old men. That's what I like to see. Wide receiver, Packers are, the team that always comes to mind. So are the Titans, in fairness. Titans might even be in more of a situation, at least in Madden sense. What do you want to do with this pick? Tight end's not really a need. O-line could go like Davis and Taylor Lewan. I mean, it's low overall, so maybe there's a chance. One or the other. Let's go to Sims. add a 5th, even though they apparently don't value... Wow, that is not a 5th-round pick. It's a little less than a 5th-round pick, believe it or not, and not good enough. A 4th, maybe, getting some sort of lineman. He's kind of young. Wow, that is unfortunate. Taylor Lewan's older, so maybe they, even though he's a tackle, maybe they do it. They do not. Wow, this is so far kind of a mad L. We're struggling to get trash, and that's not good. Wow, okay, let's do something here, please. Can we? Thank you. It's something. 3 minutes gone, and I feel like we've lost more than we gained. That's a great start, as always. I end up also getting a little wild here and going the wrong way. Man, I am insane at this game. Let's get all these quarterbacks going. Trubisky back to the Bears. There's got to be somebody desperate enough that needs a green. Oh, yeah, the Raiders. I forgot. We literally just got done trading with them. We want someone old. Chandler Jones, I don't know what his dev would be at the game, in the game still. Nate Hobbs. Man, these guys are really low overall. Jonathan Abram, obviously not on their team anymore. Safeties. Can I just get straight up Chandler Jones? Oh, man, I don't think they actually want Rudolph. That's got to be some sort of troll, right? Let's test the draft pick. A 3rd seems like too much. Can we maybe turn into a 2nd and grab I doubt Colton Miller, but maybe? No, they won't. Damn it, dude. I'm just trying to get more done here because obviously we're taking about a bit of time. What about Chandler and Perriman? That 2nd-round pick seems a little high right now. I might actually just go back to the original 3rd and just take Chandler Jones straight up. It's a problem with Chandler Jones. He's an old player, but he's an X factor. This has been a start. Let me tell you. This is not a problem at all. Let's get these 3 instead. And let's drop it down to these 2. And let's drop it down to Colton Miller. And apparently we got somebody. Linemen and quarterbacks. All right, so at least Derek Carr has somebody familiar to play with, I guess. It's weird to put it that way. Quarterback is fine. Don't want to change anything there. Could add an upgrade at wide receiver, but it's fine. Linemen are okay at the tackle spot. Interior you could upgrade, but I don't think it's a necessity. I think a lot of the meat and bones of this are going to be from those first-round draft picks and, of course, from T.J. Watt himself. The cornerbacks are trash, so if I can, make some sort of magical upgrade here. The Dolphins' corners might kind of suck now for overall. Actually, it's not green. Let's go with Jalen Johnson, who hasn't been really that great this season, but should still be an okay overall, as you can see there. If we go straight up, pretty damn close. That's a massive increase considering their overalls are way off, yet they play the same position and they're willing. Got about 7 minutes left. I feel like we're falling behind quite a bit. They're really not helping me out here either. This pick ain't going to go. It's going to be sad. Wow, that doesn't hurt my feelings at all. Let's do this. Boom, done. Jalen Johnson, welcome to the squad. Got ourselves a new cornerback. And we still need more. So let's get to the meat and bones because I think that could be a trade that takes even longer. TJ Watt, what kind of offers can we get? Stephon Diggs, Jamar Chase, a couple of cornerbacks. So basically you can kind of get whatever the hell you want. So we need to make this play count. And I honestly want to fold in the situation here. This is a tough one for me. Running back is not needed. Trey Hendrickson's normal. That could be clutch. Is that too little for us? Whoa! Wait a minute. Why are we so against this trade here, pal? That doesn't look good to me. It must just be Chase. Wide receivers are very valuable. We need a wide receiver kinda though. Who's a good pass rusher that we can go? Can we go Michael Thomas? Michael Thomas got to suck in the game by now. They got to, somebody over at EA's got to be like, hey, we're kind of pulling a knife right here. Let's just drop this guy as overall. He just kind of sucks, right? This would be an insane trade for us. Oh, I got to. I have to. I'm getting a sick corner. I'm getting a sick pass rusher. I'm getting a sick middle linebacker. If it costs me a second, I'm willing. And for whatever reason, nothing seems to be budging them. EA's trade system seems to be broken again. Lovely. You're literally not improving. You're not improving my odds at all, no matter how much I'm adding game. I don't care how much I have to pay. I just want to know. Sorry, says them. Third, we don't have a third round next year, so Watt a first and a third for that. I mean, there's a bunch of high dev guys in there, but that does still kind of feel like an overtrade. You are getting a 1-for-1 in a way with Cameron Jordan, even though I haven't heard his name in a while in real life. We do kind of want to take a look at what Cameron Hayward's worth, and it looks like we're still going to get a chance at Jamar Chase if we really wanted him, which I don't know if I do or not, but it would be nice to add a new wide receiver. Jair Alexander, I get he's dropped a bit off in the game, but that's kind of busted. Can we go to the Packers and maybe pull off another crazy one? Pass rusher wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Let's see what we're looking at here. Really? I have no idea. I'm going to risk that the things didn't change. So we got sick corners. I might retrade Johnson here, and we might just go ham. We got to find a team with some talent. The Buccaneers are usually a team like that. Levante David would be another linebacker. Mike Evans and Vita Vea. That is a lot. Okay, so let's pull off these. I'd probably be willing to do this. Mike Evans. Those wide receivers, man, are tough to get. Did Minka show anything? So we have 3.5 minutes left. I was really hoping to see Jamar there. If Jamar was there, I probably would have just taken it straight up. Keenan Allen with Callahan. Can I just remove these two and just get a wide receiver straight up? T. Higgins, Amari Cooper, Chris Godwin. I'm going to go Keenan Allen here, I think. I know he's a little bit on the older side, but we need that wide receiver. Safety, I think he can get away with, especially since we have depth. Let's try to get... I'm trying to think of what the hell we need right now. DT really would not hurt. Let's try to get something. Double Green Bay. Maybe Kenny Clark. Aaron Jones seems like a lot. Kenny Clark and Adrian Amos. Just straight up Kenny Clark. Do have those draft picks, and we do only have 3 minutes, so second round pick would be a dream. Wow, they want a full first, and even then it ain't going to be enough. They handed Jair over like it was nothing. But Kenny Clark, they're like, nah, dude, who the hell you think we is? It's really hard for me to think of who's where and, who's what and whatnot. But, all right, so Vita Vea, who is definitely better in the game, apparently more tradable than Kenny Clark. Wow, okay. Second round pick, add a lineman? Do you guys mind? We don't really necessarily need that lineman, but I would take him. I guess Shaq Mason. That seems like a pretty good trade. Oh, wow. Do I really have to trade this much? I kind of want to just, make a play here. Actually, we don't really need Winfield. There's no way. Winfield's way too valuable. Even though his dev's price is still pretty low in the game. Devin White. They'd be willing. So, the way this looks, third round in value. Only 2 minutes left. All right, let's get that third next year. I am moving these sticks like I'm pulling off cheat codes on GTA. Done deal. I don't even know what our players look like, and I actually backed the F out. Well, that sucks. I don't even know what our team looks like right now, and I only got a minute and a half. I'm actually getting a little anxious here. Got our quarterbacks, got our wide receivers. Do we really need 3? Probably not. O-line's not great, but it's better than nothing. Could use another D lineman. We got too many linebackers. I kind of want to make this a 4-3, so if we can get a linebacker out of this... Oh, the Bears don't have Roquan anymore. Who the hell is this? Buccaneers, Levante David. Levante David and Shaq Mason would be great. 1 minute left. Levante David on his own. I mean, at this point, Shaq and Jamel. Jamel playing safety. Shaq Mason on his own? What? Hello! I'm getting scammed here, and I've got 30 seconds left. Give me Corey Linsley, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm choking in this situation. I just need a lineman from somebody willing. Joe Tooney, please just do it. Thank you. Do I still have a first-round pick? I do not know. 30 seconds left, and I'll be honest with you. I'm lacking on the roster because I'm just choking because the pressure is high. Nobody's trading with me. This is crazy. I need a DT. Is Akeem still on the Buccaneers? He's not a high overall, I imagine, but at this point, I'll take him. He's got to be decent. overtrade, but with no time left, we'll take it. So before I actually change around the numbers, the players and stuff, I want to see, what we left on the board. If we had extras of anything at all. Probably Highsmith. Did we end up trading? We did. So we kind of just got crazy and started trading everybody. But it would appear that we did a pretty good job because we have 2 pass rushers. We have ourselves 2 interior guys. We did not keep 3 linebackers, so we sold on that aspect. And our safeties are lacking, but our corners are insane. So we did miss out on some things, but we did have to get a quarterback. And Derek Carr was not the cheapest in the world. We had to trade like 2 green interests and a second-round pick for him, I believe. So not the best effort we've had, but it could have been worse. Let's change the players around, do our best to fill the needs, and see what we're looking at. All right, let's find out that overall, I don't know if it's going to be that great. It's definitely not my best work. Yeah, not my best work, but hear me out. I'm only human, okay? Relax. But got a little bit of an upgraded offensive line. Tooney, 89 overall. Right guard's the same. Right tackle's a massive upgrade. Taylor Wan's a little bit of an upgrade. Keenan Allen, he's a good player, but he is 30. And it was kind of costly to get him. Wasn't it like Cameron Hayward? Don't think we got much out of that. But he is a good player, obviously, and he should put up numbers. Deontay Johnson at 2, Pickens at 3, even though I'd probably swap them if this was real life. But in game, overalls at the higher, positions on the depth chart matter the most. As far as Najee Harris goes, kept him not super great of a pick in real life, it seems, and not super productive right now. But in game, he's great. Derek Carr, don't hear a lot about him in the game, but he's definitely better than what we had. And then defense, we really bolstered up that defense. Safeties, downgraded, but every other position we pretty much upgraded. We have sick linebacker, 1 and 2. Maybe not sick, but Robert, DeMario's pretty good. We ended up probably over trading for corners. We have 290 overall corners now. D-line's pretty insane with Gary, Vea, Hicks, and Jordan. Akeem Hicks is a very good player in the game because he is still really good of an overall, or a good player for his overall. 85 block shed, 82 power move, 93 strength. And I'm going to be honest with you, before I traded for him, I thought it was going to be even a slight bit higher in the power move, but still really good for the value. And once again, we were running out of time, so over-traded a little bit. This could be a failed one, but with the history of my luck, this will probably be one that actually is successful, whereas we've had ones that are, way better teams that just don't do as well. Or maybe they're both just going to suck, What? Deontay Johnson's just like, Coach, George Pickens kind of good. And then he's like, screw it, superstar dev. And now Keenan Allen is like, hey. See, now it's +2 to release and short route running. These guys love my boy Pickens, I'll tell you what. Wow. I bet you when we do a real Steelers rebuild, this isn't going to happen. Terrell Edmonds, star dev in a breakout. And here we are with a 13-4 season, like I mentioned. Wow, look at the division. I was like, wait a minute, 13-4 and 11-6. They're at home. Hello. But, there's a reason for that. We did not win the division. We didn't even come close. Well, we came close. You know what I mean? We weren't even number 2. Of course, look at the season. Last 2 losses, which is a mad L. Lost us the division and the bye week. But it is what it is, as we are still in the postseason. Of course, Derek Henry, huh? Derek Carr, 4,600 yards, 42 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Very good. As I was kind of thinking that he might have played worse than that, considering his overall, and EA not really liking him that much anymore. I don't feel like people in real life really like him that much. But it worked out really well. It was worth the trade for sure. Najee was very good, so we didn't really need to replace him. Freiermuth, over 1,000, 10 touchdowns. Oh, I should say Muth. They love doing that. Pickens, only 600 yards, even though he's a superstar. Deontay Johnson, just under 1,000 yards. Keenan Allen, 12 for 16 touchdowns. Obviously, if Pickens could have been a superstar before we made trades, probably would have just rocked him instead of going Keenan. It is what it is, though. Sack totals, even Vita Vea, who's really more of a run stopper. He's a huge nose tackle. 10 sacks, 14 for Cameron, 11.5 for Gary. Hicks, who's neither really at this point in his career, 4.5. Not bad. Marshawn Lattimore with 8 interceptions, 5 for Jair. Pretty good stuff, actually. Boswell was pretty good. Presley Harvin was pretty good, which, makes me want to say Percy Harvin. 1 touchdown for Calvin Austin. You know me enough. and my flubs to know that the odds of me actually saying Calvin Austin, especially since I never say his name, instead of Calvin Johnson, was very high. You know, or opposite, anyways. Keenan Allen, best wide receiver, apparently. Marshawn Lattimore, obviously, best DB. And the fact that I didn't, pretty impressive. I'm just gonna say it, pretty impressive. But here we go. Similar overall to the Chargers, a little bit higher, but they're at home, so that probably counters it. But here we go, going to the end of the game. The Chargers driving down for 7. No Keenan Allen. They do have a better D-line, which they definitely need help on, but you know, interiorly. But I feel like the trade-off really isn't worth it, right? I feel like it's not, but the way they're playing right now, it doesn't seem like they necessarily need Keenan. Close battle, down by 3, and obviously this isn't a rebuild. Well, it's over. What I say, this isn't a rebuild where we come into play. Like many of our past speed rebuilds, things do not go our way. They absolutely do not go our way, and we lose by 3. It is still a really good team, even though they lost Keenan. Very good from Derek Carr. Derek Carr impressed me in this one. I'll be honest with you. He did really well. Receivers, Austin Eckler was great. Odell, yep, that's super fun. Keenan against his former team really put it all out there. 144 yards with 2 touchdowns. Deontay Johnson with 3 for 64 and a touchdown. Pickens not even that bad himself. Sack totals. Akeem Hicks, Demario Davis, and Rashawn Gary, and Miles and Vita Vea. Interceptions, neither team. I mean, they just slightly outplayed us. Sometimes it happens. They just slightly outplayed us. But yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. Still a really good one, considering we went 13-4, and you know, outside of the last 2 losses, we're basically the best team in the entire league. The Browns versus the Buccaneers, representing the AFC North, is the Super Bowl runner-up Cleveland Browns to the Buccaneers. But yeah, I mean, that is pretty much going to be it. That's kind of the whole point of these speed rebuilds, is do whatever you can to completely destroy the team for a run right now, and most likely not win the Super Bowl, aka a real-life Packers/Saints, but the Saints make it look even worse. Of course, you see Freiermuth goes up in dev, some regressions, but overall, if you had the money, which I don't know if they would, you keep together a pretty damn good team, right? As Demario Davis retires, but Miles Jack, Vita Vea, and Marshawn Lattimore all go up in dev, and Kazi, but who cares? Regardless, that is going to be it. If you guys enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Twitter. Wow, 53. It turned to negative 51 mil. Never mind. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel PKR Plays. If you're not new, really appreciate your continued support on the channel. And I'm assuming this is a video before Seahawks on Saturday. The plan is to upload the draft this Saturday here, today. But I don't know if it worked. I'm recording this a little early, so it could have reset and it could have been gone. If you guys have any ideas for rebuild challenges or speed rebuild challenges, or just you want to see your favorite team rebuilt or speed rebuilt, let me know in the comment section below, and that's about it. Thanks for watching. I'll be you guys come back for next video, but until next video,